The proportions are getting a lot better though.
Finally, I moved.
Oh God. Okay.
I drew every day for a year. What's the problem?
Hey guys, I'm gonna be reacting to Pewdiepie's video called I Drew Every Day for 365 Days. Now, I haven't seen the other video, so I'm excited to see his progress from a complete beginner to an art.
Progress. Yeah, I wanted to make a progression video, and I picked art because I thought it was easy to track. Like, I'll draw for 30 days, I can show the first day, and then I can compare it to the last day. And I did a 100-day one, and people enjoyed it even more. There was no way I was gonna stop. I had to do at least a year.
Doesn't he copy other people's art?
I have so many emotions.
Is that what happened? When you're learning, I mean, I did that, but I was 6 years old, so.
Else?
I think that can be part of a learning process, but you can't be trapped in it.
Day one. Is that a self-portrait? Is that beer? Yes.
Oh God, the eyes.
Yes. Man, this is nice to watch. Like, okay, some are not terrible. This gives me confidence. Here's when I started to look up tutorials and stuff online. You think it'd be better, but they all kind of look like they have some sort of allergy. Like they ate a lobster and they have a seafood allergy.
When you learn, it's actually really hard to learn just by drawing this. The reason art is so hard introductory because you're forced to do things that you don't want to draw and don't want to learn. Do you want to learn how to draw a cube for like months? Just shapes, cubes, spheres, shading on all that? But then what that's actually teaching you is using your eyes to be able to guesstimate the distance between objects. So if you have 3 different cubes stacked on top of each other and you have to study that, you're training your eyes to be able to tell the proportion of the distance between one cube and the other.
Very big.
And that's how you get proportion right, fundamentally. Because when you're a beginner artist and you just draw a face, you can't tell how to fix it when it looks bad because the eye is too far to the left, the right eye is like too low. You can't tell because you don't have that good you don't have the good eye ability to be able to tell how far the distance between things relative should be.
So hard, I can't.
And that's what like still life training trains you to do.
I realize, and maybe other people have said this too, but drawing is more about training your brain to see.
Yes,
rather than
that's
with your hand.
Your eyes. Your eyes are the most important things in drawing.
30 days,
someone who has a very perceptive eye will learn faster than someone who doesn't.
This is the progress of my first video. I was so happy with
it. So the thing is, when you are watching those very Instagram surface level tips and tricks, they're all teaching you hand. They're not teaching you eye. Eye is being able to tell the different like distance and proportions just like off rip. Teaching you hand would be like teaching you a trick, like if you draw 2 circles, or teaching you hand is like this. Here's a quick and easy trick to draw a girl with bangs. You start with a little dumpling shape, and then you do this. Now, and then congrats, this so easy to draw a girl, right? That's what I mean by like surface level.
Should be, because the progress is definitely there. So this is my progress after 82 days. 84.
But did he use a reference for this?
I really think here's where I
like is
peaked in terms of if you wanted to just improve as much as possible in the shortest time. I think just adding colors on papers is so satisfying to look at that it kind of forgives a lot of the.
He went more into that in his first video.
Drawing, it's hard. He just Oh yeah, so I drew with no reference because everyone, like I said, everyone said draw with reference. That's the best way to improve, to study other forms and shapes. So I wanted to draw without just to sort of see if I was improving, and definitely felt like I had. So even though the eyes are too far apart, but hey, you can also draw way quicker now as well. The other end, it doesn't work. I'm coloring. It was like a redhead girl with a samurai sword. This year, thank you. Definitely willing to be consistent.
Okay, continue.
Anatomy errors, the poor line work, The sketch is still being there. Like, it's just nice to look at regardless. But yeah, this is the last thing I drew for my 100-day video, and yeah, it's cute. I did it. I drew something. So, let's check the progress from there on. That's wrong. First of all, don't do what I did. I just kept drawing the same thing. Anime girl. Too much anime. Just bad. Just bad. I was trying to be technical and like give myself notes so I can improve. I wanted to be more consistent. I think that's why I kept doing this. But if I had to redo it, absolutely not. This is where I should have moved on to something else. I should have just drawn anything else. And eventually I did. I really wanted to draw more color, but it takes so much time to do that, and I really felt like I needed mileage more than anything. So just adding a little bit of color, sure. We'll ink it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's obvious to you, but maybe to the artist in chat, but you can tell he's a very beginner because he has caterpillar lines.
We'll ink it, but that's the most effort I'm gonna get into. Yeah, just sketching.
The proportions are getting a lot better though.
Finally, I moved.
Oh God. Okay, that means that's why you have to draw different things. Like suddenly he's drawing men and it's fucked.
And I draw boys. This is the boys arc. I drew so much guys from anime because I thought I drew so many mangas.
You have to start somewhere. You have to.
I think, you know, this is a good time for me to address a couple things from my last video. And one of them is just a huge thanks to other YouTubers that reacted to my video. I think that was so cool to see and actually get encouraged by professionals. I really, really appreciated that.
Encourage? Nah, dude. This shit is trash. Just kidding. Don't attack me. I was just kidding.
Had an art background. That was like a rumor that went around, and I guess I take that as a compliment, but no, I do not. I have not studied art. That was the whole point of this video. I was not being disingenuous. I have not drawn since I was a kid, but I loved doing Photoshop. Before YouTube, I loved Photoshopping images and creating artworks that way. So maybe in a sense that helped.
Oh, that definitely helped because the same way. So when you're an artist, you pay attention to, you have graphic design skills, even if you're an artist. Like, yeah, maybe you can't design the perfect logo for somebody, but the fact that he did this, which means that he already has an eye for composition and like framing of drawings. Even though he's mostly sketching in this, he won't be using that, like those skills as much. But still.
Older. Like, I'm 35 now, and I think...
Holy shit, really?
When I was younger, I would not have seen the same improvement. But I also think, you know, the improvement I had, anyone can achieve. Like, I wanted my video to be inspiring for other people to do the same thing. Like, that's my goal. Like, people say anyone can draw, and I truly, truly believe that. Really,
the problem I have is you also learn someone's stylized picture and their mistakes. Yeah, that's why having a good eye is more important than anything. Like, being able to see things and distinguish.
I was gonna really, like, I'm gonna use this pen.
Aspects of a painting or drawing, whatever.
Thing again. At least that's what I wanted to do. And it took some time. It felt like taking 100 steps back, but that's how you have to improve. You know, you have to get out of your comfort zone. But I think eventually I started to sort of get the hang of it, and you can get kind of really quickly satisfying result with the high contrast. I really, really enjoyed so I did some manga panels, and yeah, it feels like I'm looking at a manga. It's really cool. And I wanted to understand these things. Drawing landscapes. This is Nihei. I love his work so much. So finally, after, I don't know, 300 days of drawing, I picked up an art book. I should have done this ages ago. So I picked up a couple
But I don't want to read art books. I want to draw hot anime girls. I really enjoyed
this one, Taco, because I enjoyed the style of it. Obviously, everyone has different preferences. I think if you were to be a professional artist, you probably want to pick like a human anatomy book and really study it. But for me, it's just supposed to be fun. And I think if I'm having fun, I will remain consistent. So at least that's what I was trying to focus on. I picked up books about perspective because I want to learn and I want to understand this. And I think finally that clicked in me. It went from me just wanting to sketch whatever to, no, I actually want to understand these things so I can draw them better. And I wish I did that sooner. Again, this felt like taking so many steps back because I had no clue how to draw a body.
Oh shit, good luck.
I did not practice it.
I do not envy people learning to figure that shit out for the first time.
Much. And I still...
Bye-bye.
It feels embarrassing to admit this, but like, everyone was so amazed by my 101 that I felt like, okay, well, my year 1 has to be really good, right? Like, but progress isn't a straight line. Like, I think I was being too hard on myself where I was getting close to a year and I'm like, I don't have anything to show for it. I drew a full body one. And I'm
That's
like
not
comparing
bad.
it to my 80-day one, and I'm like, the 80-day one is still better. Even though it's just like full body, it's still better. So yeah,
no, it's not.
Improve, you have to kind of, I do a show for it. I drew a full body one.
No, look at the flow and the lines are way more confident in this. And it's actually full body.
And I'm like comparing it to my 80.
This one is caterpillar lines. Her eyes look like they're looking in different directions. It probably was heavily referenced. Eyelashes are messy. Like, what is going on?
Day one, and I'm like,
this one is way cleaner. To any
one,
like that's easy to, it's easy to tell that left one is better.
Full body, it's still better. So yeah, if you want to improve, you have to kind of go through the pain of sucking again, I guess. Because it really felt like, oh cool, like I drew for this much and I don't have anything to show for it. I think I wanted to learn to draw and actually understand anatomy. Before, it didn't matter to me. It was just a hobby, but now I'm like, I want to actually know, like, how do you draw legs? How do you draw different expressions? How do you draw, what is this? You've all been waiting for the return of, what is it? You so slow. So let's go through day 1. Oh, shit, I don't really, which I thought last minute.
Oh, he got to the digital part.
Satisfying to draw with a pen on an iPad, but obviously it was way different. So again, it was like a last minute learning curve of me not understanding the program and yada yada yada. So let's go through the last thing I drew, which was on the iPad. So I started off just sketching, and I was still too scared to draw bodies. I drew this, which I thought was going to be amazing, and
I wish I had my old PC, so I mean, I went over my old art a few times in the past, but it's like, it's pretty much the same process.
Getting it wrong, that I think I just made it look weird. So I practiced drawing hair, but it's just like nothing interesting about it. This is just to try it out. And then I thought, okay, I'm gonna really wow you guys. I started the line work. I tried my best to draw the actual hands. This is gonna be so good. And this is the end result. And I genuinely...
Why did he cut the hands off?
Hate looking at it. I've looked at it so much, it just pisses me off. Even now, I don't want to... In my head, it was...
Dude, when I was a kid, I would draw hands like hiding behind the back all the time.
That was it, huh? I desperately tried to draw something else because I don't know, like I felt like I could do more, but I kept drawing and I couldn't. Like, it just came out looking weird and unsatisfying. This was supposed to be like the most simplest thing ever, like black high contrast with some color. Still, I didn't like it. And I was getting
I don't like it either.
To the deadline. I think I have like 20 days left until this video. I drew a full body.
He has too many people encouraging him, okay? Someone needs to be the asshole.
Perspective, and I thought it came out pretty good.
He's not gonna. Don't worry. No one will know what I. No one will tell him what I said.
For a couple days, and I told myself I'm gonna give one last effort. I have to really like it to actually sketch it. And this is the last thing I drew. I finished it yesterday, and I think I'm finally happy with it. I finally drew clothes that isn't just black, and I actually put some more time into the hair and like making the lines look nice and small little details and having the high contrast light. Maybe it's wrong, but it's there at least, and I think it makes it more interesting, you know. With
this is a huge jump from the sketches he was doing earlier, though. He actually has to learn where to put the shadows in a colored way.
Different pose, you know, all of it. I think I'm...
this is a massive jump.
I think for a year progress, yeah. Am I allowed to be happy?
No.
It took a lot of pain to get there, you know? Like, let's compare. Day 1, day 365. I don't know, maybe... Maybe you guys disagree, but I feel like I finally beat my 80-day whatever. This is still better. I don't know.
Why does he like that one so
Maybe I
much?
feel like you guys disagree. Finally beat my 80-day whatever.
It's not that good. It's like, I think the best analogy I can use for this sometimes is, you know, sometimes artists will post like, oh, this is my work from the past, and then this is it now. And then people will be like, oh, I prefer the one before. But then when I see it, and I would assume I have better than average artist eyes, I can tell in the newer one, like the way the shapes is better, like the lines are cleaner, it looks more dynamic, like every conscious decision they made to, even if the style is different, is improved. But I think for someone that's just looking at it at a very, just see it as what it is, then I guess this one looks more interesting. Yeah, the technique is way up. This technique is poor.
This is still better. I don't know.
This is way more skillful.
I genuinely cannot thank you guys enough for all the love and support with making these videos. It was such a massive encouragement for me to actually continue doing this. I'm the kind of person that love to try different things. I try new things all the time and I really enjoy doing that. But every once in a while, I find something that I really love and I will continue doing no matter what. And I think art might just be one of those things for me.
I think what he should do is redraw this in the future.
It's still better. I don't know.
Yeah, this technique is better in every way. If he redrew the green one,
with me drawing, it was genuinely just everyone being encouraging, and I think that was just amazing, and I really appreciate that. So yes, thank you everyone. I'll see you guys in the next one.
I've looked at it so much now, it just
I genuinely hate looking at it. I've looked at it so much, it just pisses me off. Even
I haven't felt that way about a drawing that I've made in years. But I think part of it is the skill in knowing where you went wrong in your drawing.